Hey guys, I'm Steve.
I'm Jay.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Vinny.
We're Kodaline and you're watching Toasted.
Guys, welcome back to Pinkpop.
It's amazing to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Just to explain this to our viewers, I was expecting one guy, you, but you were stuck in traffic in a taxi jam or something. And then, of course, we started chatting about camera stuff, and now all four of you guys show up, which is even better. So, band galore. Hey, the big question: how's the new album doing? When can we get our hands on it?
So we're kind of like 90% done. We've got one more session like next week for a week long, and then that's just to tie up kind of loose ends. And first single should be out really soon, and album will be out before the end of the year. Really good, really excited, and we're.
So for you guys, of course, this is really fast. Album out the end of the year. We're just dumb music fans, and I don't get it. You know, the album is 90% done, but we have to wait for like another 6 months before I can buy it.
6 years.
Yeah. It just gets longer and longer.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna be finished it in 2 weeks, and then it'll be out before the end of the year. But we're playing 2 new songs today, which is we love the songs, and we played them for the first time in Poland, and it went down really well. So yeah, this was the first place that kicked off for us around the world. So hopefully the crowd like it. Fingers crossed.
No doubts about it. I think a lot of people are very curious about the sound. What's it going to be like? I mean, how many tracks are on the album? Do you have a title yet?
We don't have a title yet, but I think 11 tracks on the album, and then we're going to release like a deluxe version as well with a couple extra songs. But title.
Yeah, we do.
Working title, maybe, I don't know.
Songs in the Key of Dave is the working title. That's Dave. There's Dave over there lounging.
Wow. I don't think a lot of people would want to watch this right now.
He's got like an area underneath the stage, and he plays all the instruments live, and we just mime on stage.
Yeah.
The secret's out.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are actually hoping for you guys to expand on the sound that you already developed, but looking at Dave, it's going to be something completely different.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very laid back.
Hey, but so 11 tracks on the album, so that means there's going to be vinyl as well, right?
Well, yeah, there's going to be vinyl, there's going to be cassettes for the first time, which is something we're really excited about. Yeah, it's just like any physical stuff is just so important, because our fans always come up to us with the big vinyls to get them signed, and you know, there's something just a lot more personal about a piece of a record that you went out and bought with your own money, you know, rather than just something that you flick on your phone.
But cassettes, come on! I mean, did you guys see that video? That there's something on YouTube that somebody gave a couple of kids. Like they gave an old Walkman with a cassette. Make this work.
Well, but like the phone that turns around, the kids pushing the numbers.
Pushing it, where's the screen?
Swiping it.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine, mate? I can totally imagine if I was like 12 now. I got that like a plastic cassette with like a strange machine that you should insert something and then push buttons and shit. Weird, right?
It's pretty awesome. Well, we really love vinyls, and it's kind of exciting. We've never done a cassette before, but it's seen as so retro now, and I don't know. It's kind of cool. As Jay said, it's like holding a song or holding an album is just really, really cool. But kids these days.
Kids these days.
Old farts talking people.
The thing about like a cassette is like, I don't know if you remember, but like you can take out the thing, you take out the sleeve, and it has all the lyrics and stuff like that. And that's kind of like we are getting CDs and stuff like that, and we still buy records and CDs and stuff like that, because it's nice to read through and read the thank yous from the band and each of the individual members, and look at the lyrics as well, because there's loads of people that mishear lyrics, and there's loads of funny videos with that and some of our songs, so it's always nice that they can actually go and actually check and make sure what we're actually singing about. So yeah.
So who will be on the thank you note except for Dave?
It's going to be just Dave. Thanks, Dave.
He's totally hitting on that guy, though.
That's Dave.
That's Dave for you.
Dave's hitting on you right now. You don't even realize.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hiding behind my camera. Oh, he is actually.
He's looking, guys. Right, sorry.
Okay, let's be serious now. Okay. Hey, of course you played Poland yesterday. It was a good gig, right? A lot of people.
It's fantastic. It was like that was like a third time playing in Poland, and our second festival. So Poland's really, it's kind of a new market to us, but the fans over there have been incredible, and it's kind of nice to go from there and then come back to Holland, because we haven't played here. The Netherlands, because we haven't played here in in what, like a year and a half, 2 years, like.
Last time this festival was 2014. This is probably the first time for you guys as well, right? I mean, if you play so many gigs, do you actually remember festivals, the ones that are outstanding?
I remember our first time here. We played in that tent, and it was one of our first festivals in a tent, and we didn't know what to expect because it was our first time round, and the tent was completely full of people, and people were singing back the words. It was an absolute shock.
It was incredible. I mean, we just turned up and we were in a van at the time and probably smelled very bad after travelling overnight. We probably still do, but sorry about that. Always blame Dave. But yeah, we just kind of rocked up and got on stage, and then all of a sudden the place was rammed and everybody was singing back songs, and that was our first one of our first times in Holland, and the fans have always been incredible here, so we're excited to be back, and hopefully the show goes well today.
Hey, so talking about the new album, I mean, 11 tracks. Are there any? You played tracks live already? What are those? Can you name the titles already for fans?
Yeah, we played 2 tracks in Poland. They're going to be on the set today. A track called Brother, which is our first single, and then another track called Ready to Change, which went down really well with the crowd. Everyone was jumping and singing, so it was really encouraging. You know, like we all came off and no one had the shakes or anything. It was like, oh, that went really well. So yeah, we're really excited for everyone to hear it.
Must be like, well, you must have been anxious before playing the new tracks, right? I mean, because what happens if the people just go like, what?
I don't know this one. Yeah. No, they were singing along to both of the songs by the end. You know, that thing where you learn the chorus as it goes, and you know that's all we can hope for.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It is very kind of daunting playing new songs because people have never heard them before, you know. So even to get any type of reaction is amazing. And Poland was great. So if Poland is anything to go by, hopefully today is as good.
Sweet. Hey, of course, this is the start of your tour, right? There will be many more gigs. I found I'm not even sure if this is your playlist, but I found a touring playlist on Spotify. Is it your playlist?
Yeah, that comes from us. We look after all our social medias and all that kind of stuff, so it is us.
Because I found some tracks on there which I thought were
interesting tracks on there. Like.
Yeah. You know what? Of course, there's some killers that you have to. Don't Bring Me Down by ELO. So it's a great one. I love that one. But a special one, Come With Me Now from Congo. So it's a
great tune, yeah. Don't come with me now.
Oh, yeah. The accordion. It's brilliant. Yeah. It's like modern Paul Simon.
Yeah, Graceland vibes. Yeah.
That's a cool thing about Spotify. I mean, of course, it doesn't beat cassettes, but the nice thing is that you stumble upon music that you didn't listen to for a while. Yeah. One thing that I didn't know actually, and this is a band that featured a lot of times on your playlist, but To Kill a King, the album Cannibals with Cutlery. 3 tracks. I never heard of that band.
Yeah, no, was that Jason? Yeah,
we played with them. We're really good friends at Bastille, and we met them in Oxford. They were at every festival we played on our first season out. You know, they're really nice guys.
Yeah. Sweet. They're cool, yeah.
I really recommend people to listen to that album because. Then Hole of the Moon by the Waterboys, which is also an oldie. They played here in '87. Can you believe that?
I wasn't even born.
Yeah.
I was standing in the crowd. Can you imagine?
With your cassette in your hand.
Yeah, man. Sign my cassette. Hey, and of course I was checking your place as well. Man, all I want 126 million plays on Spotify. That's ridiculous.
I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah, are you sure it's not 126 plays?
We put the zeros in.
I counted them all.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of incredible. That song, when we first released it, it kind of took off over here. I think it was a mega hit on 3FM, and Heel kind of played it and stuff, and it was that song that really connected with people, so it kind of started us out as a band, really.
Yeah. It was never really meant to be a single because it's a long song, like the full album version. It's a long song, so it was kind of never. We were like, this is never going to get played on radio, like, you know. So, but people just kind of really connected with it, and it was used in different TV shows and ads and stuff like that, and movies, and it just kind of exploded for us. So that was kind of the first song that really connected with a lot of people, and we basically like followed the success of that track around the world for the first kind of 18 months, 2 years, like, you know.
One of the cool things about it is a lot of people, even today, they cover it and sing it on like all those The Voice and the X Factor and all that.
Talent shows.
Yeah, like in America and in.
Finally, some good music on talent shows.
Well, thank you. But yeah, no, it's been covered like so many times, and High Hopes as well, 2 of our songs. For some reason, people on The Voice and X Factor around the world.
Of course, because you guys did the talent shows yourself, and I mean, I understand that it's nice as a television concept to watch, but as a band, I mean, it figured that you didn't even won, you know, I mean, which is ridiculous. They always pick the wrong act to win.
Yeah, but that's just how they're programmed, isn't it? If everyone got what they wanted, then no one will watch next season.
So, I mean, it was important for you guys, though, right?
Well, it was we kind of just fell into it. We were still in school. Like Vinny was 16, I was 7.
It was 14 when we started, or 14 or 15, like when we were in it. Like, so we were like kids, and it was just
A laugh.
yeah, it was kind of a laugh and something fun to do. And
We
then
got off school. We didn't have to go to school.
No reason to do anything at that age.
Yeah, but it was a fun experience. It was like, in a strange way, we ended up touring around Ireland, and it was our first introduction to touring on a very small level. So at such a young age, so we did learn a bit from it, you know. But yeah, it wasn't right for us, the whole thing, and we couldn't really write songs at all back then, and we kind of learned how to do that. So hopefully,
You probably. It's interesting you say that, because you didn't know how to write songs, yet you wrote very successful songs when you just started off.
they were pretty bad.
Don't you think that's weird, actually? You know?
Well,
bad, but I mean,
yeah, well,
20 million plays.
oh no, like those songs, yeah, like because yeah, there's those songs.
Like the really early stuff.
Before those good songs were awful.
You still have those songs,
Yeah,
actually.
no, yeah, we still have they're like on hard drives, buried in people's back gardens, so they never see the light of day.
Never to be seen or heard
Never
again.
Seen, yeah.
But why were they so bad? I mean, were the lyrics awful, or?
I think they were like some of the first songs we'd ever written, and I don't think the world is supposed to hear those songs. I think you're supposed to just kind of, you know, until you're ready to put it out. But you know, it was a TV talent show, but we were adamant that we'd play and write our own music on it. So that's, at the time, it felt like the right thing to do. But you know, we don't look back on that with any regrets at all, because we wouldn't probably be here if we didn't do all that stuff. So.
I think like the song, if we hadn't have written those songs, we wouldn't have wrote some of the stuff we write today. It was just a kind of, it's all a learning curve, and we're still learning, you know. You never stop learning in terms of songwriting. There's always somewhere new to go.
2 more minutes, we have to wrap this up. The people from the record company waving behind your back. It was Dave, I think. What holds the near future for you guys? So more touring, and the album will be out soon?
Yeah. So we've got finishing up the album, and we've got 2 singles into the album release. So, and then we're going to start a big kind of European tour then after album release, and that's kind of just go. Then it's like back into touring cycle basically for the next kind of 18 months, 2 years. So that's kind of all we are. That's what we're focusing on right now, is just finishing the album, and once that's done, then it's on to kind of promo for single releases and stuff. And myself and Jay, we both have our weddings during the summer, so we've got them as well. So there's.
Can I congratulate you? Or?
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
We actually, no, it's Jay and Vin, but we have Jay's stag after this in Amsterdam. So hopefully.
You know what happened in Amsterdam? There was a big riot actually for a bachelor party. A guy brought a camel in the red light district.
Oh God, I hope
Okay.
I hope
We-
just don't
we-
get a
we-
camel.
Oh, you have to top this now, right?
Up our game. Where can we get a camel or an
on.
elephant? An
Get the
elephant?
giraffe.
You know the reason why they stopped it? Not because the guy was having a camel, because the police were looking for the owner of the camel, because he had a criminal record, and they were looking for him.
That is a fucked up story.
Yeah, so basically, as soon as we come off stage, the stag begins.
Oh,
I'm gonna be there with my camera. Hey guys, thanks so much for your time. Have a great show.
Very much indeed, man.
Thanks a million.